I've got I put something together for the Z Druid, but I was basically trying to figure out what persnickety would want to hit as his buttons. So I figured,
like
so I
the one that
figured,
makes you take no damage, like the
yeah. I mean, yeah. There are a couple options, but I just didn't know if persnickety wanted to go through them himself, because he'll be the one playing the Druid anyway. I ain't touching Druid.
I have no idea what Druid does, and I have not looked at anything. I haven't even looked at stuff for characters I have played.
Well, better start reading. Because
I love reading.
it's like POB, but for a game you never played.
Yeah.
and not as flushed out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, basically my
Are we
build.
trying to minimize? You said basically your build, and then you didn't say words.
My build is the ice thing I wanted to do. Ice going everywhere towards targets automatically. Big shards. Much wow.
Do we have a way of vulnerabling dudes?
I'm pretty sure Rogue.
Pretty
has
sure
vulnerable.
Rogue makes everything vulnerable all the time. Also, Druid has the way to just make everything it touches vulnerable. I think the only one on our team who doesn't really do vulnerable well is the Necro.
I think ultimately, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yeah, that is why I agree, and I'm just gonna log in, and then I'm gonna click the buttons that seem good and feel good, and then when it stops working, we'll figure it out.
Or at the bottom, what bottom thing did you pick?
A bomb?
Yeah,
That's a bomb?
of the tree.
Nature's Fury.
Nature's Fury. What'd that do? Okay, but like... Okay, so how does that work exactly? It has to be of the same type. So if I cast Cyclone Armor, which is a storm thing, it can cast an earth thing of the same type, which is only
Because we're
defensive skills.
combining that with aspect of nature's savagery, which werewolf skills function as storm skills and werebear skills function as earth skills. For that passive.
Okay.
So it's automatically casting
Okay.
the other one.
So if I cast Debilitating Roar, that's an earth skill. It'll cast Blood Howl. That's a... Or
Yep.
Cyclone Armor.
Yeah.
Do you know if that can function to where it bypasses cooldowns? Do you know if that... Like, if do they need to be available to be procced?
Unclear.
Okay. That's cool. I have no idea what's going on.
I was told Cyclone Armor passive works if allocated and off of skill bar. I mean, that's cool then. But you still want to level it up. To get tomorrow percent.
Damage reduction. It's the defense wheel. Seems like there's a lot of stuff to pick in here.
Mhm.
We obviously want a bunch of points in Cyclone Armor. And we want the damage reduction additional.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because that gets passed to the allies. Okay. And then do you think Debilitating Roar I mean, obviously Debilitating Roar seems good. But do you think Blood Howl is good?
That's the whole reason you're a Z.
Is for Bloodhound?
Yeah. Is because of Night Howler's aspect. Blood Howler increases critical strike chance by 5 to 10%. It's actually more because it's on an amulet. In addition, Blood Howl also affects nearby companions and players for 3 seconds. So
What's on my weapon? Am I using a two-handed weapon?
I was giving you a unique weapon. If it dropped,
Okay.
Because you
Okay,
could
yeah,
have put that
so-
on a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, okay,
for
so you
double.
put the Cyclone Armor also provides... Yeah, Cyclone Armor applies to nearby all allies. So your goal is 100% uptime on Cyclone Armor, Blood Howl. Got it.
Yeah.
And then Blood Howl's 20% crit chance.
And you get Bloodhound
attack
gets
speed.
reduced by 1 second for kills.
Yeah.
Do I take the increased attack speed or the generate speed? I don't even know if I'm
Attack
even
speed.
using spirit on it.
because we get the attack speed.
Okay.
Also, Blood Howl heals us
Oh,
too.
you get the attack speed?
Yes, yeah. All
Oh.
effects are shared.
That's crazy then.
Trying to make a
You're
druid.
talking about Z Druid?
Yeah.
A
I
Z
mean,
Druid?
I have just started. I haven't looked at any builds ever of D4, and this is my first day.
Z Druid will be busted, I'm sure of that. But
Oh yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure you're
problem
immortal.
the problem is you need to get Blood Howl off cooldown and Roar. Roar needs to come off cooldown, and it functions as an Earth skill, so you need to push a Storm skill.
Yeah. That would be your storm skill. Would
but
be
it doesn't
your
have
generator.
to be of the same category.
It has to be of the. It has to be of the opposite category.
No, of the opposite type. So
Yes.
what we're saying categories are the little things. So like defensive skills are. This is
No.
unconfirmed.
I'm pretty sure
No,
category.
Because I'm guessing.
I think it's of Storm and of Earth is the thing that goes off cooldown.
You think so? Because like
Yeah.
So
yes, that's how it works.
from the wording of Nature's Fury.
I'm not going off the wording. Going off of how it works.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. I don't know how it works, so.
I'm taking Cyclone Armor off the bar and putting on Vine Creeper.
It's the opposite like element basically. So you cast an Earth skill and you get a free Storm skill.
I get that, but so category is just a no word that's being used.
I think
Like,
the devs are
The
consistent with
category.
their wording.
The category.
that
The
they were, but
category
I
is
don't
storm, and the
know.
other category is earth.
Yeah.
And then
Correct.
and then the third category
There's
is nature.
Werebear and
Yeah.
there's also werebear and werewolf, but like.
But that's not what the passive affects. It's simply like it's supposed to be like you cast storm shit, and the storm shit gives you free earth shit, and you cast earth shit, and the earth shit gives you free storm shit.
I thought that would only work within the same cogwheel.
Nope.
Okay.
Should work.
Hmm.
So
Which
like
one was
the whole
the one
idea
that
is you
turns
convert.
into Which one turns into the other skill? What's the aspect called? Dark Howl. Thank you.
So there's Dark Howl and Nature's Savagery is the ones that you need.
Yeah.
Nature's Savagery turns your werewolf into storm and your werebear into earth.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
and then we turn debilitating roar into werewolf, which then also gets into storm.
Earth or storm. Yeah, sorry. No. Roar is a bear skill, so it turns into earth.
Okay, but we were also, I think Randall had said that we had an aspect that was taking the debilitating roar and turning it into a werewolf skill.
Oh yes, I think it takes prior. I think that it turns it into earth.
It either means that or storm. It would end in storm.
Yeah, you're right.
But the werebear and the werewolf converting into the elements, I don't think is actually a convert. It's just as extra, to borrow a term. I think they count as both werewolf and storm.
Well,
I'm not 100% sure of that.
Yeah, they would. That's what it's saying it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would benefit from the CDR from both, and that's the thing that you want to just be spamming. And if you have two cooldown skills, one of them being Hurricane and the other one being the Cyclone Armor active, you just like kind of cycle them, and you have 100% uptime on everything.
Are you thinking to use the Cyclone Armor active, or are you thinking of just hitting Pulverize?
If you get really unlucky, you can cast Earth Spikes, because like you can get unlucky because it's a 20% chance, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
And if you get really unlucky, you just cast a couple Earth Spikes until it procs a free skill, and then you'll have your loop going again.
Are you considering? Oh, I was considering not even using a generating skill or like a basic skill. But I guess you're
I
gonna
think
need spirit from some.
I think you Earth Spike for the CC maybe. It's like free.
Well, we're trying to not
have a
over
version.
CC things because I'm playing
So-
perma freeze Sorc.
His build requires the mob to be
My
frozen
builds
to do
require them to
anything.
be able to be. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing the. Are you guys not doing the fireball memes?
No, I wasn't thinking about it.
Do you know about the fireball enchant in a
Yeah.
party?
Yeah, I told him about how you. I saw that you posted.
That shit is
picture of
so busted.
Pretty sure that it's just a bug
What?
though.
What damage does it? Does it do? How does it like?
Damage
is
of
it-
it's your fireball. It casts your fireball every time something dies. And
Okay, so it casts-
it's dungeon wide, by the way. It's like no range.
Is it
Okay, so it casts-
worldwide as well?
That's a
I'm
bug.
pretty sure it's like the zone. It's like massive,
Okay.
yeah. It's like
It-
fucking massive, yeah.
Surely it can't go past loading screens though.
Yeah,
The
you're right, yeah.
invisible loading screens. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the screens are its boundaries.
Okay. Next question: how the fuck does Envenom work? The wording says that poisoned enemies take X and then a number additional critical strike damage. So I can interpret that to me, I interpret that as enemies that I poison take additional critical strike damage from anyone. The way that Randall said it worked, I think Randall
I
said,
did. No.
or maybe
no.
Egg said it worked. This way.
I said I was not here for that conversation.
Was
Was
that
that any poisoned enemy from anyone? So if a rogue were to poison an enemy, and I have Envenom on,
That's only
then
following
a
the example
Sorc-
of the fireball, by the way. That's just
sure,
following
then a
the.
Sorc would get additional critical strike damage, even though I didn't poison it. Since it's poisoned and I'm
In the world.
party and I have this allocated, it would take additional critical strike damage.
Which probably
you
doesn't.
might not even be. I'm not sure. There's definitely some spaghetti like that. You don't need to be the one applying stuff. That does exist. Like, and I'm not
Yeah.
sure that would work. You could try. I mean, respecking is really easy, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
I wouldn't be
like that.
surprised if this is just if you exist in the party, then poison enemies take 30 crit multi. Like, I wouldn't even be
Yeah.
surprised if that's how it worked.
If I recall from our bucket, that crit multi, or the bucket lists, that crit multi is really good.
I don't think bucket I think the original sheet that everybody was linking around is just straight up wrong. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure the all additive bonuses like that have a plus, those are
Yeah.
all added together.
Yeah, they
and then
revised.
all
They
X's-
revised. Yeah, they
yeah.
revised it. There's a new
So
chart.
this is an X.
Well, I think the reason why people thought that is because they were going off the tooltip on the character screen or whatever, and that was just straight up wrong. Because when
I've got
people were
that-
like, they were determining the buckets by like equipping random shit and seeing like their tooltip change.
I've
and
got
then
the
they just
new. I've got the new table right here that's updated.
love tooltips.
But the tooltip just didn't work correctly. I'm pretty sure.
This is the
I
new.
love tooltips.
This is the new chart right here.
I
That
see.
shows
Well,
there.
that's not as many buckets as they had before.
Yeah,
It's
it's
basically
just
vuln damage
it's-
and
yeah.
its main stat.
crit is like massive.
Yeah, it's main stat times big bucket
Yeah.
of all additives times vuln times crit
Generic,
damage
yeah.
times global multipliers.
I mean, this is how it works in PoE pretty much, right?
I mean, there's resistances to calculate.
Got to
but
sprinkle
yeah.
the
Yeah,
spaghetti
I
on
mean,
top though.
Yeah, there's like enemy stuff that isn't on this formula, but yeah, this is essentially how. I mean, the PoE damage formula is not that get complicated on its face, and then you hear about armor.
Yeah, I mean, just ignoring resistances, this pretty much works identical to PoE's damage formula, right?
Mm.
Bunch of ink damage all gets added together, multiplied by the multiply whatever you have, like, and then you have a ink damage taken, which is vuln in this case,
Classic
and
back
then-
to crit damage builds. Yeah, stack crit
Yeah, it
damage.
seems a lot. Yeah, it also seems very similar to D3, which is main stat, big
Dude,
multiplier.
There is like no places to
then
find fucking crit
some of them
damage
have-
though. At least on Sorc, it's so
Yeah.
fucking hard.
That's why the That's why you need my 30% against poison dudes.
I don't
Rogue
think you
has a
understand.
bajillion.
I don't think you understand how hard it is to get that 30 crit damage. If that works for a party, like Sorc can only get 30 crit damage from like using 2 Paragon boards. It's fucking dumb.
You get a lot on gear, I think, like rings and shit, right? You get like 22 on each ring or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
So it's
haven't looked at
crazy how
any
much
gear. I have no
they're.
idea what stats happen.
You get like 22 per ring, and then I think you can roll it on a weapon too, or whatever.
Yeah. So right now,
I know Rogue can get like.
are we having? So we're gonna have. So you think it's ideal to have Cyclone Armor actually being on the bar to be pressed? I was thinking about just replacing that with
It
either
doesn't
Vine Creeper
work if you
or
don't
an
have it on
Earth
the
Skill.
bar, does it?
People are
It
saying in
works if
chat,
it's
it's
not on
saying
the
it's
bar.
people in
somebody
chat are
in
saying
chat said
it
it
works if it's
works.
not on the bar.
I mean, you could put something else on it, but I mean, I was just like, I think the whole thing is like, you want to just push a CDR. Like, you don't want it to be like a spender ability. You want it to just be a cooldown ability that you can cycle, right? Like,
Yeah. So if you have 6 abilities on this bar, my idea was to put Blood Howl,
Cataclysm.
Hurricane, either Vine Creeper or Cyclone Armor, Debilitating Roar, Trample, and then the 6th one, the ability that you just hit on bosses, I was saying it was Rabies, so you could apply the poison thing to a boss, but that was my use. I was gonna say this build literally basically hits just spamming roars whenever it can, and if it can't hit a roar, it just kind of stands there. Looks pretty. It's literally an Orbot.
that's the thing you want. I feel like the best skill to put on would be Earth Spike with the stun passive or whatever.
But then you have no way to apply poison.
Whoa.
I mean, do you need a way to apply poison?
Well, if it
We
needs,
don't even know if Envenom even
yeah,
works.
if it
Poison Creeper would be the best way to apply it, right? If you
yeah, and companion,
Yeah.
we
If
know
you
the
needed to.
companions work without being on
Which-
your bar, so you could just put a point into Vine Creeper and leave it on your and not put it on your bar. So which then brings me back to the thing of what am I putting on my bar? Because I don't think I want to be stunning stuff.
I would do Earth Spike. Well, you're not stunning stuff, but for bosses that have the stagger bar, you can drain it just by stunning it, quote unquote, over and over again, right? You're like
Petrify.
You're breaking the stagger bar.
Okay.
We
Stagger
pick
bar.
one of the ultimate skills.
Like, because the bosses have CC immunity, and you can bring down their bar by CCing
Yeah.
it. So if
Okay.
you have some sort of consistent stun or whatever, then
Yeah, so we just leave
Yeah,
Vine
that's
Creeper.
why we pick Petrify. Surely, this thing that says you deal increased critical strike damage, but then the second thing says against bosses, the critical strike bonus is increased to X50. Surely, against bosses, it'll apply to my party because it doesn't repeat the word "you" there.
I would just imagine that it's going to be all sorts of
going to-
inconsistencies on the wording, because like
Yes.
I'm
I
gonna
think we'd
say
have PoE taken for granted because they are very consistent. They are very consistent on their wording, and it's actually something they do very well.
Other than nearby, but yes, everything
Yeah.
else they're very consistent.
No, I mean like they consistently like word stuff in such a way, and it's very predictable the outcome.
Yes.
so I'm one.
Other
What I
games
want to
didn't do
know
that.
is how these enemies deal reduced damage stack or multiply, because looking at the
They're all multiplicative together.
all multiplicative together. Okay, because
I'm pretty sure every DR is multiplicative, all of them. I don't know that there's a hard cap either.
okay, at least the Druid himself, because Druid has some flat damage reduction additionals on their aspects. I really feel like Druid can get to the point where it takes like just maximum of 1 damage per hit. Like it's like taking no damage. Where you act like I don't know if your health bar would
Yeah.
move. That's why
I
we're
think the real
wondering.
question is, do you roll this at the beginning, or do you like beat the campaign and then just boost somebody? Because like early Druid is pain.
Oh, we have a Necro.
You can boost people hard too.
I think just day one start with whatever build he wants to play.
Yeah.
We're not looking to race. Looking to vibe.
Did you play Druid on the fucking beta? The
I
class
did not,
fucking
no.
sucks.
I played
cock.
it.
It's
see,
bad.
I played Druid, and I built what we could for Z Druid on the
To be
beta.
clear, he played Druid with a Necro
I also played alone
on the
because you
beta.
couldn't connect for
Eh,
80% of it.
That's true.
And
It's
so my
80%.
my opinion of Druid is that it's totally fine and it's always been fine. But whatever, people can think what they want. I thought Druid was chill. I thought it just worked. But I guess people had a bad experience with it.
Like, I mean, it's you can do it, sure, but like I do at least 10 times the damage on a rogue in like Act
I
One.
don't know, my first time playing through the beta, I played Sorc, and then after that, I played Druid, and I didn't think that the Druid was that bad. So, and the Sorc was definitely broken.
Do you have a plan for your Paragon board on Rogue Snap?
Yeah.
Can I yoink?
What are you planning on doing?
I was pretty much doing the same thing, twisting blades into thingy.
Rapid fire.
Yeah.
I think you need somebody with fireball. You need a fireball bot if you're gonna go rapid fire.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll just do I just play full
'Cause
twisting blades to support,
I
or
don't
does
think you'll
twisting
have
blades
a
not have enough damn?
I don't think you'll have a problem with twisting blades until you're pushing like mid to high nightmare. That thing will shit on the game. I'm pretty sure up until like mid high nightmare.
Also, I can
And
just
then
switch my build to being a fireball bot at some point. That's not a problem.
I just like it's too stupid, right? Like think about it. You just push fireball and your whole team explodes on kill. Like, oh
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
But,
just want to
yeah.
have ice shooting out of my ass at everything. That's my dream right now.
I just realized that I don't know what the fuck. What does the level 15 thing do for Druid?
It's the boons down here. You just gather up orbs, and then you're able to unlock these bonuses. You get like 2 in one thing and 1 in each of the others. I picked out the ones that are support.
Oh,
Yep.
I love support.
You got gain 10% life, gain 10% attack speed, take 10% reduced damage from elites, fortify for 10% of your maximum life when you use a defensive skill. Critical strikes with shape-shifting skills heal you for 3% of your maximum life. That's what you got. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You got a bunch of resource on hit, a bunch of healing. Yeah, you're gonna. I don't know this. I do wonder if you even need Druid for softcore, but it is gonna make the game not hurt, so I guess it's fine.
I think that the thing that I've heard from people that are playing in the review copy is that you will be astounded the amount of damage you start taking in mid to high nightmare.
It'd be gruesome if
I've
they
heard
nerf that to
those.
DR on Druid, same with Whirlwind and Barb. I don't think they're gonna nerf. I don't know if they'll nerf that, and even if they do, it's still a ridiculously high number. So I
I've
guess it
also
can go
heard
down.
those worries that defense is going to be what runs out before.
We're strongly
before
think Nerox is
stop
thinking
doing
of going
damage.
quad Sorc. I mean, I think the quad Sorc can work too.
Wait a second. Do all of your fireballs proc?
I would assume.
But I don't think. I think you'd have like garbage elite killing ability maybe if you do that.
That's why you bring a barb.
Yeah, it's probably not optimal.
One
Or
because you
maybe
want
you
it
just
for
have-
the trash, right? And one is
Yeah.
usually enough.
You bring a barb, a
what's
druid,
nightmare
2
cap?
sorks.
Just use it for
100.
just only clear a dungeon that has no boss at the end. Easy.
Yeah. Oh, gotta break
I
the key.
just
Gotta
so
trash this key. Go next
the
key.
the thing that will be very stupid, and I'm sure that we're gonna try this on launch, is the druid consuming poison build. I don't know if you've heard much about that. The changeling's debt.
Or
It's
was it like where it consumes
aspect of
all the stacks of poison at once? and-
aspect of changeling's debt. When you damage a poison enemy with a skill, it'll deal 120 to 150% of the poisoning damage and consume the poisoning. So you can stack up a shit ton of poison and then the druid can multiply that by 1.5, and it consumes the poison and deals the damage instantly.
Oh,
Like discharge, charging boy and discharge, man. We're
Just
doing it.
Sucking up poison. What the fuck?
Like, and you
He's
can
sucking
stack
and
up.
blowing.
You can stack up insane poisons that just they're a dot, which is the downside. But being able to just pop them is gonna be pretty crazy.
It's
With,
like
increased duration support on that shit.
it's like Jade.
I don't think that's a thing, but yeah.
Also, increased duration support is a. You know what?
No, I presume that what I thought you were saying there was like a guy that has malevolence that's very juiced. But I just said I don't think that there's a guy that can have malevolence in this game.
It's not yet. Okay, not yet.
Cyclone armor's base DR was decreased.
Don't worry. We're gonna bring in Darth Shido at some point.
Cyclone armor's base DR was decreased from 20 to 10,
Believe it.
and the delay takings was increased from 50 to 70.
Oh,
That was on the last. That was on the beta. The last
Those
beta.
are- we see the. I mean,
Yeah,
those
those are
on
the numbers that
banner.
are. Oh yeah, those are the numbers that are on here.
You get 14 DR if you have a Harlequin's Omega Low.
Oh, wow. And then
Those are the numbers that are on here.
I mean, just roar. It's just roar, right? Like 100% uptime on roar is the thing that you're trying to keep up. Roar is so stupid. Why
that
is
seemed
it?
like a very big number.
Why is 70% DR even a thing on anything?
Yeah.
why is Molten Shell a thing?
That's not even 70% DR. That's the thing.
That's
Like
true.
It's 30%.
it's 30%, and Molten
Yeah,
Shell's
the gas-
busted as
that's
fuck.
ball.
Like
That's ball. It's
Also, you can't get 100% uptime on Roar.
it's also a barrier. It's not even a damage reduction, Randall. It's a barrier, which are two different things. This is straight up just 70% DR. Like
okay. Molten Shell's a 75% DR on the.
Being
or not
told
DR,
that nature's
75% of the
savagery and
damage
symbiotic
goes to-
aspect don't work how we want.
What? Okay. Spoilers
You're gonna
coming
have
at me
to
with
say-
words.
You're gonna have to
those don't
you're gonna have
proc.
to tell me words what those mean.
Somebody
What are-
has preview access.
Yeah, that's boiler.
Spoiler, actually have preview access?
Apparently. Unless you tested this on the beta. Well, how, you
Oh,
can't. No, you didn't have it on the beta.
I mean, he could have tested it in
Allegedly. Okay,
the
let's
old-
just throw some
Let me get-
allegedlys around.
People know it existed, but you just can't say if you were in it. Okay.
Would you
Yeah,
like me to
boiler.
explain myself?
Oh, I love explanations.
Yeah.
Nature's Fury is always going to select as its free cast and consequently as its cooldown reduction from Storm and Earth skills only, regardless of whether or not
You converted them or whatever.
you converted them.
That's
And it makes sense if you think about it, because if we were to randomly move with Shred, Lacerate, or Trample Slide, or start casting Rabies at range magically, all of those things would be game breaking in a bad way.
That sounds like a good way to me.
Wait, that sounds dank. What the hell?
Yeah,
I'm
that
gonna
sounds
just
pretty
start
good.
fucking moving, dude.
Sounds pretty good. That sounds like Flicker Strike.
Yeah.
What it comes down to is
Flicker
only
bear.
what it comes down to is only Earth and Storm skills were really designed to work with Nature's Fury, so they broke everything else. Well, okay, remember that the bonuses are more effective on amulets and two-handed weapons, right?
Yeah, I have the other one on
So-
the amulet.
Symbiotic goes to 12 on an amulet, and that's sufficient at higher debilitating levels. But
And I
In
imagine
light
we'll have some
of-
cooldown reduction on the gear as well.
in light of new information, I think you get the most mileage out of putting Night Howlers on a two-hander. But I don't know. I don't hate what you got going with Doombringer there.
I was also using
What's
this
the
other.
damage
I was
too?
also using this other aspect for the increased chronicle duration.
I'd imagine your teammates really want a Night Howler on a two-hander. EBH. Right?
Yeah, they do.
Like 20 crit is like too much to not have.
Especially when you consider that that's the only skill cooldown we can really recover reliably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't want to use a two-hander, but
Sorry. I kind of want to use a two-hander.
I guess I can put this other one. What is this? Smiting?
Okay. Okay, brother. New person enters the call. We get to ask them. How does Envenom work?
I don't think anybody really knows. I
Boiler
think everybody's
knows.
tested. I've not seen anybody talking about that specifically.
Boiler knows.
People were on top of it. People were pretty on top of it in the open betas.
In Venom, applying from other people.
Yeah, no work.
No
Dru-
work?
More specifically, it only boosts the druid damage.
Ringe. So even if I were to poison, it would not increase Egg's damage.
That's what I was told. I didn't try it myself, but
Does it work the other way where if someone applies a poison, does the druid still get damage?
I don't know.
I'd imagine that crit is calculated on your character, and therefore, like you can't transfer that because, like in PoE, like you can transfer ass mark would work, right? But I don't think that works in this game. I think crit is on your character. I think you'd want to put on Changeling's Debt somewhere if Nature's Savagery isn't working.
Changeling's Debt? What is that?
It's the poison, and you have Randall going rogue, and he'll probably end up going poison imbue.
Is that
I
better
could
than
also
Shadow
have-
Imbue?
Huh?
Is that better than the Shadow Imbue?
I do both at endgame.
Oh, okay.
I don't know
Or
what
if
I don't know
you're-
what item Changeling Debt is.
It's
that
not
an
an item,
aspect?
it's an aspect, yeah.
I don't. Which spot can that go on?
Hold on.
Use the search.
It only pulls up like the slot. I think it's offensive. Wait, hold on.
It goes on gloves.
No, it's sorry, it's resource. So ring.
Okay. Okay.
That with a rogue is gonna be really stupid. I guarantee it.
Cool. Works out.
You can apply it. You can, and then I think one other thing you can look into, Randall, is the trapper legendary aspect. What's it called? The poison trap one. I can't remember the name. Where it doesn't break stealth when you throw poison traps.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that's theorized to be really good is stacking huge poisons on rogue and then having the
Druid just blow it up.
druid detonate it with the consume poison thing.
That's how we're killing. I feel like that's how we're killing bosses.
I guarantee you that's going to be really stupid. That's like 100% sure.
How do I consume it? What button do I press?
It's you attack it with anything and it consumes it.
No, not
Oh.
anything. It's
Werebear.
specifically Wear something skill.
Those are
But-
werebear skills on
Yeah.
changelings.
That's right.
I mean, you can just fucking hit it with trample.
Trample it.
You trample and then it'll just
Oh.
blow up. Yeah.
Okay.
You actually run the boss over. You can run him over and he blows up.
Fucking FedEx charges ass.
Coming through.
You're just now you're
Scion
Stone Singer, dude. You're fucking Stone
I
Singer.
can see the clips.
True
You see this?
motherfucker.
You see this bear running at the boss and it just gets one shot. It just blows up.
You'd light him up.
Bowling
Strike.
bear.
I can see the edit for it already.
Bowling bear. Gotta get the pins,
Compilation,
dude.
I can see the compilation.
The bowling
already.
bear compilation.
Bowling ball.
Yeah.
And you do the slow mo camera. You rotate the angle. You come at it from the other side of the boss.
You see the
and then
bear
you
fucking
see
down the
bear
hallway.
barreling at it, and then you just fucking, and then you just do a bunch of smash cuts to just bosses exploding.
Yeah, we also have Ziatch playing a Shadow Necro that does cursing and some damage, I'm sure. The curses seem really nice, honestly.
Curses and Decrep are so OP, but I feel like I'd want to kill myself if I was playing Necro in a party because I'm just so fucking slow and a potato.
I don't know, he's not gonna be
It's a
slow.
problem.
Don't
Yeah, it is.
don't tell
bro.
him he's
You're
gonna be slow.
Have you ever played Ruthless Path of Exile? Well, welcome to Necro. don't have a
I think
movement skill.
Ruthless is actually faster if they have a movement skill.
Yeah, Ruthless might be faster than Necro. Oh yeah, Decrep is OP for sure. Yeah. You have a bad time keeping up is all.
I think you just chuck a bone spear on that guy, right?
Yeah.
And if you don't have corpse tendies, you probably don't want some corpse tendies.
I don't know, didn't CX link you the build at some point, Egg?
Yeah, it's right here. I have it up on the stream. I mean, this is his build. He can explain his reasoning for stuff. I don't know Necro at all. He's here, I think, but
Well,
I don't really have any reasoning. Like, I'm not really committed to anything. I'm just kind of throwing stuff on the website and seeing how it looks.
Rind versus Hoda for group play. Barbarian, no go for me. So
It's the wrong skill. Try Whirlwind.
Yeah.
Try Whirlwind.
If you're not Whirlwinding, I think you're making a mistake.
I feel that's like the only viable skill for.
Also,
played-
consider shouting.
Yeah,
Kind of-
having
it kind
played
of
Barb
is.
twice now on the first beta, or on the double down beta, and then on the server slam. I played Barb, Whirlwind, big good. Whirlwind and yelling. That's what you want. That's me yelling.
Yeah, I did Whirlwind. It's fine, even with just a couple aspects.
yeah. So basically, the only thing we're worried about for our team comp right now is we need to not be over DRing things.
Yeah, because Egg's playing a fucking auto bomber
Yeah.
that requires them to be frozen.
I mean, I
know,
think it don't matter. Like, will it?
I don't think it'll either, because I think the track just dies, right?
Yeah, it should just die.
Okay.
spoiler, do you know if you cannot, or you could choose to not have Cyclone armor on your bar and still gain the benefit of Cyclone armor, just not the active?
Sure. Probably not.
Because chat said that you could.
Via the legendary power or the
So
aspect.
I remember everything turning off when it wasn't on my bar. Or maybe I'm like stupid, but I just remember.
I think it's specifically because the like aspect says it applies to
Yeah.
like your allies.
Cyclone armor
like,
also provides physical damage
it
reduction.
causes it-
Addition will also apply to all your allies. Probably it could just be a bug.
I think it just like creates like an aura on you.
Sounds
that's
like a
just-
bug.
We just
Because,
kills
I
the
mean,
boss in our comp. It'll
Just
probably be
as
there.
a solo player getting something like a Shaco or another helm with +2 defensive on it would be silly, right? Silly if you just got the DR from that all the time.
You have
Just
to have
an all
the,
skill.
you have to have the other thing that says it applies to your allies.
Also, it might just be bugged and only apply to your allies, but not actually give you Cyclone armor for some fucking reason or something.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Who
I'm
kills
getting a Shaco day one.
Okay.
who kills the boss in
what
your?
mob
Who kills
are
the
you
boss in our
dropping
comp? The boss will be our The boss kill will probably be the rogue, honestly.
Or the
You
Necro, or the...
you just full poison and the druid
Come
blows it up.
Druid.
You don't. The Z druid can even like blow it up. Honestly, I don't even think you need to be like leaning super hard into it. Just expedite. The fact that you can expedite the poison at all is really powerful. Even if the druid isn't
multiply it.
slow.
Well, one thing you could do that's probably synergistic with choices you made on your tree is aspect of retaliation somewhere. Probably on your amulet.
With what?
I thought we already had something in there. It was...
Yeah, we have symbiotic aspect.
Skills. Yeah, you have symbiotic aspect, but that doesn't do shit. Right? I mean, it recovers Hurricane's cooldown.
Well, it's blood howl, isn't it? Or no, that doesn't work. Fuck.
It recovers just Hurricane in this scenario.
That's still good to have up though.
And it
but
would.
Arcane is DR
Doesn't
still.
that work with dark howl? Dark howl doesn't get converted either. Not just nature's savagery.
Dark Howl makes Werebear Werewolf, and it's still a shape-shifting skill, so.
Yeah.
What aspect did you want on the
Symbiotic.
amulet? What were you
You
thinking?
can do stuff Trampled Earth by making it an Earth skill. I mean, if you wanted to have Snickety cheat in damage, it would probably be Retaliation first.
I see. I mean, he's not really room on this bar for damage ability.
It'd have to be a core skill too. It'd have to be polarized specifically.
I think we just leave the. I think we just hope that we just zuck the poison right from the rogue, something like that.
Yeah, and if
Also, we have a
You
necro.
just
He's
pull
not.
up more
He's
poison
necros
and-
can kill things too. Now I'm going to be absolutely fucking useless on a boss though, but
Doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Don't
but
overreach.
nature's savagery can go. You could keep symbiotic if you try to justify it with recovering hurricane and cyclone armor, but nature's savagery is pointless.
This changelings doesn't scale at all if the druid has damage, right? It's just simply takes the poison and multiplies it by 1.5, right? It doesn't.
It
not like
doesn't
it
go
can
through like
crit.
another damage multiplier.
are we
tab.
multiplying damage?
I don't think this scales at all. So just doing this on a Z druid just to pop it is like you're not missing any potential damage there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
You can put it on an amulet though to increase the 150 to.
If you need this single target, sure.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how much the Zuck will do.
Is that a plus 50 on an amulet?
I don't think this goes. It's changed. I don't know if it goes to an amulet.
It's a resource. I think it's only.
It
on rings,
it
isn't
doesn't
The
go. Yeah,
resource
yeah.
slot?
It only goes to rings.
Tough.
Resource is only on rings. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember.
I believe that's all I can find it on. Yeah, I believe it's just rings. I guess your gloves. I wanted to give. These are what I wanted to give for Snake. I wanted to give him fucking frost burns. Give him a unique dude.
how about penitence? The boots.
Thought I had to get the boots to make me run fast.
Those are the boots that make you run fast. At least they used to be.
I
Uh,
like run fast.
these give movement speed. They're the ones that drop the chilled ground.
Do you even go Nature's Fury at all then? If you want to go Z druid?
What else do you go if you don't?
I mean,
Yeah, that's the counterpoint. What else?
you get.
Yeah, what are we grabbing with that one point?
Just not a. You just don't take it. Like you just take some other passive point.
What the fuck?
Some.
I feel like we just grab
No.
it just because we can at least use it at some point, but
What are you? You're just reducing the cooldown of Hurricane. Isn't
Yeah,
that
that's-
all it's doing.
I mean, but that's good. Hurricane is 20% damage reduction.
That's okay, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, what you should try to fit in is then, oh, what the hell is that called? Storm Chasers, I think. You don't have that?
Storm, is that an aspect?
Yes.
Storm Shifter's aspect? Storm Chaser?
That's probably right. The one that makes him do more stuff with Hurricane active.
Well, Hurricane active 2+2 ranks to shape-shifting skills.
Okay, so you got that already.
Can't wait for changelings to also have a calculate your damage and just multiplies.
Yeah, you just get a fucking 10xer in there real quick.
I mean, there's little to say that it wouldn't do that.
I feel like fucking Blizzard is so inconsistent when it comes to like tooltip descriptions. It's just all over the place, right?
So, okay, hold on. I wanted to know this for this aspect of shared misery. If I bonk a frozen enemy, can I just spread that freeze even though I didn't apply the freeze?
Yes, I think so.
Like, I need everybody to
Don't see
have
why
this
you
on my
wouldn't.
team. All of you have to have this.
Yeah, my lucky hit.
Everyone
Well,
needs that.
if you put that on your own thing with Fireball, I'm pretty sure when Fireball would like proc, it would AoE freeze everything.
You're saying I should just squeeze this fireball thing into my build anyway, right? What you're trying to say?
I feel like if you're
It
not
sounds
using,
like it's really powerful.
I feel like if you're not using fireball in a party, you're making a mistake. But
Yeah, but I want my ice shitting build. Can I just put fireball
You
on
just-
that anyway?
you just exist, and
What if-
everything blows up. I don't like.
What can I do
In
both?
addition to ice, you also shit fire.
Yeah, what if I just put them both on my bar? I can put both enchantments on, but then so the problem is if I take off this firebolt enchantment, I lose the ability to scale 2 extra Paragon boards. But do I give a fuck?
I still have no idea what the fuck I'm doing for a Paragon board.
Take
I
glyph.
haven't even seen a Paragon board.
Take
Look at
glyph.
yours.
I have a great idea, Randall. It's called take glyphs, take X multipliers. The
Okay,
legendary
okay.
nodes are bait, for the most part.
They all look not great. I did agree on that.
Some of them are okay, but it depends. I actually just don't know the rate at which you acquire glyphs. If you have a glyph, you'd put it in, I'm sure.
The most legendary nodes I've seen somebody take, and it makes sense still, was 4, but that board was Blaster. It had 5 glyphs on top of it. It's pretty uncommon that you want like more than 2.
Yeah. I mean, what level build do you want? I can send you what I was making. It's not really finished, but
That's fine. I just need something so I'm not full YOLO.
I mean, Twisting Blades, get the just fucking bark for your teammates and tell them I need to go get the fucking merry-go-round Twisting Blades, and then you go get that, and then your build works. Congrats.
Okay. Good point. I'm a fucking...
And then I'm pretty sure you're going to be doing 10 times the damage of everybody until like level 50.
Then I had to figure it out. Maybe.
And then at which point, I think you'd want to experiment around. I really think you can lean into 2 things with Endgame Rogue.
If I play
Maybe
hardcore
3.
versus you, no shot.
I think Twisting Blades will work until like mid-Nightmare, to be honest. You just go Twisting Blades if you wanted to do that. Otherwise, I think you could go Poison Trap if you get the aspect. It's drop only. I don't think it's...
Does somebody have the countdown
Isn't it-
website?
I can find it. I think otherwise, Randall, you'd go Poison Trap with the aspect, so you don't break stealth when you're poison trapping. I really think that'll be insanely busted with the Druid poison popping shit.
Yeah.
And then the other option is Rapid Fire, I think. You'd just be a single target boss killing bot. That's like all you do. You just kill the boss, and that's it. I think the Rapid Fire is like really fucking good, but it doesn't do any AoE, which might be fine if you have Fireball enchant on somebody.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
So-
sure that I can just honestly slap in the fireball enchant instead of firebolt. I just need to figure out how to make my skill tree work because I need the fireball to be high rank, right? Or do I even need it? Do I even need that?
It does damage. Yeah, it gains damage. It's basically casting Fireball every time the mob dies, so whatever you can do to enhance Fireball is good.
Yeah, but I wonder how much damage that means I actually need on it.
I mean, there's no like really good, there's no aspect for it that's good, is there? I'm not sure. I'm unfamiliar.
All my gear aspects are so fucking crowded. Oh. Let's see.
Is there a really good one? I don't even know.
I don't know either. I can look.
Fireball now bounces as it travels. I don't think that would work. Every third cast of Fireball launches 2 additional... I don't think that works either. I don't think either of those work, because it like just detonates in place.
Although, I will say, if we dropped Raymond of the Infinite, the fucking teleport stun chestplate, I would just switch to being a fucking fireball support Sorc. This chest seems so cool. Like,
I think all you need to do to make it work is just points, Egg.
yeah.
I don't think you need an aspect or anything. You just need to put 5 points in it.
Yeah. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna fucking do that.
I think it's like a selfless decision though, because like it might not feel amazing for you, but your whole party is blowing up everything, right? Like,
Yeah. But also, okay, I need to figure out how I can. How do you apply burning damage? I can only apply burning damage if it says it does it, right? Like Fireball doesn't burn that by default, right?
uh,
I don't think so. I don't think it does any burning damage. So I can't scale any of those Paragon stuff I was doing with burning damage. I also lose 75% crit damage.
you can apply burning damage with Firewall pretty easily for 1 point if you want to do that, but
No point was to not hit many buttons on this build. It was supposed to be like pretty automated.
is there a way to you just so what do you need to ignite for, or what do you need stuff to be burning for?
Devouring Blaze. But
Devouring Blades.
You tried just searching for ignite.
Crit damage against burning enemies.
yeah.
They're mobilized a
Or
lot.
burning, rather.
What were you saying, Boiler?
You tried just putting burning in the search bar.
Your rogue could maybe do it for you.
Well, because I'm saying, like, if I, like, this is where I'd get the points. If I want the points, I'll just take them out of these 4 nodes and put them in Fireball, but I also am going to need to drop another 3 somewhere.
I feel like you'd not want to drop the crit damage, but
I feel like I should drop Blizzard altogether, but
do you need points in teleport?
reduces the cooldown a lot.
In like 0.8 seconds per level, and it's like a 20-second CD or some shit? Or no?
Yep.
What's the CDR per level on it?
Looks like it goes by 1.1 or something per level. No, never mind. What is that number?
0.55?
Yeah. That makes more sense.
I mean, you play. I'm sure you could like just save points, like 1 here, 1 there, but
Yeah. I don't think I'll have a problem with that.
is this with all of the altars as well? You have like all
Yeah.
the points on?
Yes, yeah. I still have to put points in the first area
Skill,
though,
yeah.
and I don't need them. Wait, I can still do. Wait, I can still firebolt things to make them burn.
Yeah.
That's fine, because I don't need fireball on my bar, correct?
Firebolt?
No, do I need fireball on my bar? Because
I
we can have
am
enchantments
not
for skills.
sure.
We can use enchantments on Sorc for things that aren't on our bar and they proc.
Do they?
Yeah, I did that in the beta. Unless that was a bug. Unless that's a bug. But
Then you could try that and just enchant Fireball, but don't have it on your bar, and then still have the Fireball on your bar to ignite stuff.
But does it like do damage if you don't have a point?
actually, I'm not even running firebolt. I'm not even running firebolt on my bar right now. Hold on. Okay,
There's too
well,
many skills.
to be fair, this is. Well, it must work that way because this is. I took this from Woody, and have been editing it, so he didn't have the enchantment on the bar. So
Then yeah.
I guess I'm just going to. I guess I'll just slot the fireball in.
And but how are you igniting?
I'm thinking. Oh, my flame shield.
Get hit for it.
You actually using Flame Shield?
Yeah,
He
You
wants
any,
the
like-
barrier.
We're using triple
CDR on
we're-
it, or? I see.
yeah, we have
You just
the.
spam the 3 barriers.
Yeah, we're resetting barriers, but
The only thing I will say about Fireball is it's probably gonna not feel amazing as you go up higher in Nightmare levels. I feel like there might be a point where the Fireballs aren't popping packs because they have like higher HP maybe.
And
in
it
that-
can't cause the chain. Like,
yeah. And if that's not happening, maybe it's not the greatest. but you might just need to play around with it.
That's when we kick egg for a barb.
Well, I'm not sure.
I'll put it on the bar. I just need to find 5 points to drop. I'm just gonna drop Blizzard. Do I want the crit damage one? Sure.
Imagine you.
Or do I want the 10% of burning damage you've applied? I guess I'm not applying any burning damage, so okay.
Probably take the crit one.
Does anyone actually use their ultimate skill?
I'm using one on the rogue build, yeah. The clone.
Okay.
Clone is pretty good.
Druids like their ultimates.
Do I?
Well,
Not you.
Uh-oh.
They just do damage. You don't care about that.
That's true.
I'm really surprised there's not a druid ult that's worth taking for just utility, but they are really just all damage, aren't they?
Pretty much. You can make a loose argument for Cataclysm, I guess.
My Vuln uptime.
Petrify, dude.
Sure, I'll take the points out of teleport early for Fireball. Why not? Why not be a Fireball exploding ice shitting wizard?
You're not even exploding the fireballs, it's your team.
Yeah, I know. My whole point of my build is I want to do as little as possible, but feel like I'm doing as much as I. I'm actually not
Just
doing.
existing with
yeah.
fireball enchant.
Yeah.
I agree with Nerox. I do fireball like early and then switch freeze later, because I think if you're not getting the chain explosions, then it's probably not amazing, but up to a certain point, I'm sure it'll just
I think I
chain
can.
explode.
I think while leveling, I can do both. No problem.
Yeah.
Mostly because I can just get my 3 aspects early from
Or
dungeons.
you could have your second enchant be the teleport one, and then leave Ziach in the dust. He plays ruthless.
As he plays Broken Leg Simulator.
Yeah. It's fine. He's a necro. You can reanimate those legs.
I do want to mess with whether that direct skill damage means any of your skills also apply a burning, additional burning damage, because that'd be kind of cool.
I mean,
Because if that works
it
with
would
your
just be
guys' skills,
additional
that
damage.
because if that works with your guys' skills, I could use the Fireball. The other thing for Fireball deals 10% of the burning damage applied to enemies, direct damage.
yeah. And you're doing more zucking.
And we just fucking put a big dot and a big poison on the boss and watch the fucking suck.
Start zucking them. You know, I can't help but notice that 10% of burning damage isn't nearly as big of a number as 150% of poison damage.
That's gonna be so stupid. It's
That's
actually
so
gonna be.
stupid.
It's actually gonna be bowling. Like, you're gonna toss a million. You're gonna poison imbue, throw like a million poison traps while in stealth. You're gonna come out. It's gonna blow up all the poison
The
traps.
benefit of being in stealth that you just don't get aggro.
Yeah. You can also stack up shit.
We're gonna send Randall down the lane to the boss.
I
He's
think
gonna
you
stack
also-
up the poison. Boss hasn't even been engaged yet because he's still in stealth. And then from down the lane, here comes the bowling ball.
Oh yeah, just a
It's
big
time
bear.
to come. So, my gameplay on the Druid is going to be that's me yelling when I do my yells, and then press Hurricane. That's important. Probably do that first, and then just
Often.
yeah, and then just kind of roll around with Trample, being a bear.
Yeah, I mean, you should probably use your spike at some point so you get a single proc on your hurricane so you can keep it up all the time.
I see. Okay, so I press Hurricane, I yell, and then
A lot of
roll
yelling.
I didn't look at your skill tree, but I have to imagine a lot of your fortify comes from casting earth skills too.
I think a lot of my fortify comes from shapeshifting.
So Randall, each poison trap at rank 5 is 482 poisoning damage over 9 seconds. 482% per trap. If you get this like a +2, it's like 560% poisoning damage per trap if you get 7 out of 5. If you get a Harlequins, it's like even it's crazy. And you throw 4 of them. Okay? And that's like 2,200% poison damage when you break stealth because you throw 4 of them.
And then you're like, oh yeah, that's gonna happen over 9 seconds. And Snick's like, no, it's dead.
And then yeah, you look at the poison, it's the entire boss's health bar, and you're like, okay,
Right.
he's gonna take 10 seconds to die, and then the druid just bowling balls him. He does.
Yeah. Okay.
If you actually got a Harlequins, by the way, and wait, what's the max skill like level you can get if you actually get the? It's a +2 on what, gloves? For core or
Cores?
not core? Sorry. What is this?
This is the build I
Yeah,
have
trap skills.
for Syncity for
Not
you so
really
far.
sure where traps roll.
Well, yeah. Well, like on other skills, like what's the max level you could get a skill to? So like 11 if you have a Harlequins and a +2.
I mean, the explicit is. I'm not at liberty to discuss that. It's a bigger number than 2.
Okay.
What do you have points
Okay.
in what do you have points in pulverizing?
Hmm?
How are we pulverizing?
The pulverize might have been one thing I left in. Or if you wanted to use a different skill other than Cyclone Armor, that was just if Cyclone Armor worked or didn't work.
But yeah, I think that's what you want to do late game, Randall. You stealth, throw your 4 poison traps, you get a bunch of poison damage shit everywhere, and then you get dot damage on your gems and shit, and then your druid consumes it and just blows up the boss.
Yuck them.
Yep. That does sound good.
The
Hey, you know
scaling
what
is
we're doing?
crazy.
You're gonna get there before me, so I'm gonna just fucking yoink.
Have you seen 2200% damage on anything in this game?
Times 1.2.
No, 1.5.
Oh, 5. Oh, that's what the druid thing is? Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Very good. Yeah, it's
Wow.
fair.
Have you considered that you could do 10% of a burning damage if you fireballed?
Oh, okay, okay,
There's competition.
okay.
You can definitely remove a 0.
And that's
I
not
mean-
even talking about like any of the poison scaling shit.
Personally, like I think that. I mean, Nerox, I agree. I think that Rogue. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious if you just look at the classes together that Rogue is the key to doing anything at any point.
I mean, I think so the thing that people bring up with Rogue is like it has major survivability concerns. But like honestly,
But
you
I have
could
a
just-
Druid.
When you're dungeoning,
You're also
I mean,
stealthed.
I don't know if the druid's enough to keep it alive. My guess is maybe, but even
I-
then, like you could just go bows and just jerk off in the back lines. Like
Yeah, you
And
could
I-
also implement the don't get hit strategy for head. And I mean, that's.
I think you could rapid fire like the trash when you're actually clearing the dungeon, and then you just fucking pull off your poison trap wombo combo on the boss every single time, and it would just get one shot.
I really
Yeah,
want
I
to see this
think
fucking
also-
bear coming in from off
I don't
screen.
know how like DR stacks. Like,
It's
is there,
I
like,
think it's
what's-
all multiplicative. I'm pretty sure.
So if I have, let's say, the Dark Shroud's like 20% DR, along with, you know, the 10% DR from Cyclone Armor or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's 1.1 times 1.2
Oh, okay.
times whatever other DRs you have.
Times other shit. Okay. That is interesting.
The Ash is here to help, dude. I know that the Necro has movement speed problems, right? But I really do like their curses. I really hope he's able to keep up and apply them.
I mean, the question is how slow is the nightmare dungeons, right? Like if he's getting left in the dust, like it's gonna be bad. But if the trash and like the elites is like a real slog to like actually clear, like they're just
Yeah,
tanky and
it's like the difference of
Yeah.
like, are you doing like metas or rat runs? You know, like
yeah.
The other thing about Nightmare Dungeons is that we're still going to be running into things like cursed shrines and like things that require us to clear waves of dudes or something that
That's
are gonna
true, when you're
stop
stationary.
us, and then that's when the druid or the necro catches up, and then
Why doesn't the Necro have a fucking movement skill?
Because he's got
Jesus.
an army, bro,
yeah,
of dead minions.
yeah, true,
He's got an army of toothpicks.
exactly.
We love toothpicks.
Because they saw rat runs and they wanted to make sure that didn't happen.
Oh, it will.
It will.
Don't you
You
worry.
cannot stop
You
the
can't
rats.
stop them.
Egg is the biggest rat
Rats.
run enjoyer.
You can't stop the XDD in the
We'll find a
background.
way. Yeah.
XDD is eternal. XDD runs, man.
You can take the rats out of the game, but you can't take the EU out of the rats.
Isn't
There will
there
always be rats.
isn't there infinite teleport in D2 for every class? I believe so, yeah. Enigma, right?
Enigma D's nuts. God. Oh, he walked right into it, dude.
Persnickety,
Yeah, what up?
do you have your seed read set up already?
I mean, we were working on it today. We've learned many things. I don't think I've
Yeah.
learned anything, but other people have learned a lot.
Yeah, because I was working on 1, 2, and because the last member of my team is gonna be Druid as well. We will
Oh.
do a Druid, double Sorc, and Rogue.
That seems
No.
pretty good.
No shouter?
Yeah, Barb seems
No.
like it might replace one of the Sorcs, maybe.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna force someone
Yeah,
to play
yeah.
Barb. If
Why
they don't
not?
want to.
You've played push
You
ground
shouldn't
7
force them
Should encourage them.
with force.
Our
And,
necro can make corpses out killing things.
skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah, the skeletons also have one of the buffs that they make
I think
corpses with.
Necro's gonna be really insane for pulling stuff together. Necro pulls stuff together for these insane poison pops, and then everything kind of just explodes in fireballs.
Okay,
feel like-
yeah, I was about to say, what,
yeah.
what's Egg doing?
I
I
am
feel
an
like my
enchantment.
actual-
Fuck you.
I feel like my actual game plan is to try to make that shadow minion thing work, realize it's not, and then immediately switch over to this.
Sounds good to me.
My plan is I'm gonna play the fun build, aka Twisting Blades,
Oh, you'll have a great
then-
time.
and have a bunch of fun, and then we're gonna get to the end of the
you can do
story, and then we're gonna like take a little
Also
break,
poison.
and then I'm gonna see what
Become
Snap's
toxic.
doing, and then Snap's gonna be doing poison. I'm gonna yoink his